Welcome back or welcome to my drawing channel. If you are new, today we are whipping out the Black Canson drawing book because today I am going to be drawing in here again. These are a couple of my first two drawings that I've ever drew in the black drawing book. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to be pulling out the General's Pastel Chalk Pencil in white, the star of the show, the Faber-Castell white colored pencil, and then a few more art supplies later on. I drew Chalk Zone in a short so I didn't get the chance to explain anything, but the circle and his chalk and his teeth were colored in with the Faber-Castell white colored pencil, and then the words Chalk Zone, I actually wrote that out with the Ticonderoga pencil, and then I tried to go on top of it with the chalk, and that's when I came to the realization that you can't layer this chalk on top, and you can't layer anything on top of the chalk. The chalk works alone. Okay, it's a lone wolf. You can't layer like you can with colored pencils, and that's something I'm going to show in this video. And then in this first drawing, I did use the General's Pastel Chalk to lighten things and, you know, color it in. And then I also went ahead and showed you guys swatches of how all of these different types of wax colored pencils, regular color pencils, and the chalk will swatch. You can erase it. I'm writing chalk right next to the word chalk when I could have just erased it. But yeah, this is erasable, which is great to know. Today I'm going to be drawing Olaf and Sofia from Sofia the First and Sven from Frozen. Well, Olaf's from Frozen too, but he was on the episode with Sofia the First. And I'm also going to be taking the time out to tell you guys a few tips and tricks about drawing in a book like this. Starting off with Olaf, I am sketching him out using that General's Pastel Chalk pencil in white. And I'm also leaving in some parts where I am erasing so you guys can see that it is easy to erase it. Now I am switching over to the Faber-Castell white colored pencil. And the reason that I am doing that is because you can color in with this pastel chalk pencil, but like I said, you can't layer on top of it, and I do want to shade in certain parts. So that's why I'm going in with my wax colored pencil in gray. It's a gray tone to be able to shade in certain areas, and then also the black colored pencil by Prismacolor to darken certain areas, because the gray is great at shading, but if I want certain areas to stand out on this white, then I'm going to go in with the black. I am going in with some of these golden yellow orange tones for his nose with the wax colored pencils. He has a carrot nose, and you'll be able to see how toned down it is. So this is one of my first tips, is to start off by coloring it in white and then layer on top of it with the color pencil that you're going in with, because some of these colors, this black paper does tone it down. So you definitely want to start off with a base. It would be interesting to know if there's an art supply that can use it as a base for any colored pencil to pop more, you know? Instead of just like a white colored pencil as the base. And then I'm going in with my Posca marker in white just to dab the eyes in, the pupils. You probably won't even be able to see it, but I am just sketching out Sofia on the other side of Olaf with the Ticonderoga. Whenever I'm actually drawing a character on here, I don't use the white colored pencil to sketch it out. You can barely see it, which I can barely see it myself, but it's there. Now, I don't know if there's such thing as a case of mild OCD, but do you see how I had to put all of these tones in order and have them all even, like lined up, and made sure none of them was out of place? Now, I don't know what's going on with me, but that has been happening to me a lot lately. Like, I just love having things in order and just being able to reach for them. You know, there's just nothing about it. For Sofia, I did switch over to the Crayola Colors of the World colored pencils just to make sure I can get the right skin tone colored pencils. The thing about the skin tone colored pencils is they don't have like a lot of light beige tones in this one. The first time they don't have like a lot of beige tones, and you do need more. They have like pink tones, and you do need some more beige rather than pink. But anyway, you can see how the skin tone looks right now. It's still a little bit dull, and this is the part where I said it's best to go in with the white base first. I am going to end up doing the white base off camera and then going back over it with the skin tone colored pencil, the same one that I used, just to make sure that it's a little bit lighter. But for now, I'm just going in with different tones just to try to get as close as possible to the colors that she was wearing. Now you can see that Sofia's skin tone is a lot lighter. Moving on to Sven, and for Sven, I am going in with the chalk pencil again, starting off by sketching with this, and I am going to leave his antlers sketched out like this. I'm not going to color them in because I really like how it looks. For the rest of him, I am going to color it in using the Faber-Castell white color pencil, the Prismacolor black color pencil, and then some other ones like the wax color pencil in gray, and then some of those skin tone colored pencils for his fur and his eyes. his eyes. There's honestly not that much to explain for Sven, except for you really just have to follow where the fur lies. So if it goes in one direction, you have to shade it in that direction. If it goes in another direction, you have to shade it in that direction. And you have to make sure you just pay attention to where it's at its lightest versus its darkest. So you know how people do shading from light to dark? That's really how you have to work with fur. Before I drew all the frozen characters, and I did not pay attention to how Sven's fur goes, and you really have to shade from light to dark. You also have to make sure you do like stroke like hairs in certain areas, which that black pencil will come in handy for something like that, or even the gray, and just make sure that the light is where it's supposed to be hitting at on certain areas. It's a lot to work with. So that's why these drawing techniques, I'm trying to be as helpful as possible with what has taught me to be better at this. And it definitely looks and works better on black paper than white paper. Sofia didn't come out looking exactly how I wanted her to, so I think I'm going to do another video focusing on using only the skin tone colored pencils with a specific character or person on this black paper. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video was helpful. Instead of me just drawing, actually explaining and giving different techniques, tips, tricks, all of that stuff. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.